Hi, I'm Troy, and I just finished watching Daredevil Born Again Season 2. To make a long story short, I liked this one. The visuals were much better than Season 1. I didn't find myself cringing at bad CGI backdrops or body replacements or whatever. The handful of times that it looked weird was never for long shots, and it was only a handful of times, which, that's pretty normal for TV shows to have occasionally bad effects for a couple moments here and there. So whatever, I don't care. I loved how the color symbolism from season 1 carried on into season 2 with the red from Daredevil and then the blue from Bullseye and then the white from Fisk. I love me some colors, especially color symbolism and shit. It's just great. And especially in my comic book media, when, the colors of the heroes are kind of a big deal when you're looking at it on the page. It's just nice to get that properly on screen instead of just the world is gray except for the superhero. Because I don't want that fucking shit. I don't care. When we got those couple of flashback sequences to the Netflix era, before season 1 of the Netflix era with the OG lighting and all that shit, that was so comforting. It was so wonderful to see again. Just to be back and everything's dark except for the yellow, the whatever very stark color that they have going on. It was great. And then fucking Wesley. Yeah, it was nice seeing Foggy again, but Wesley, man, he's dead. He got shot up by Karen, but it was nice seeing him again. And Michael Gandolfini, in that first video I made, I fucking loved him. He was great in season 1. He was great in this season too. And apparently they actually had to restructure the way that his story concluded in this one. He wasn't going to die initially, but they ended up killing him off, which honestly kind of worked better. His final moments were in the show were very high tension, and it was a little bit predictable because it was oh, there's a leak in the criminal thing and we think that it might be you, and then he figured out it was his friend BB that was leaking shit, so then he, in order to protect her, he then saved her and then he died instead. But he wasn't supposed to die. But then they killed him off anyway, which makes more sense. Made it more tragic going into the end of the season. It wasn't something I didn't want to watch his death happen. It worked for the story, but I wanted to follow his character a little longer. I wanted to see what else could happen. But, good for the actor for getting out of the Marvel movies. At least now he can do other shit. But the fucking finale was an absolute banger. Holy fucking shit. The intense courtroom drama that just led to Matt outing himself as Daredevil to the fucking public on some Iron Man shit in order to actually protect Karen and ensure her freedom. That was fucking sick as hell. The whole time when the argument started getting there, my jaw fell to the floor. I wasn't blinking. I was it was so good. It was so good. So then he Matt outs himself as Daredevil. He gets the public to turn on Fisk. No problem. And then they're all locked up in the courthouse where while a bunch of protesters dressed up like Daredevil are trying to break their way inside and shit. And then they get inside and then Fisk proceeds to fucking beat the living shit out of people one punch at a time, just fucking imploding skulls and sending them flying across the hallway, breaking backs, and Jesus Christ. That first punch, boom, bah, damn. That motherfucker flew into the bench like a missile. It was fucking God. It was so good. I was actually scared of him. And then it would cut back to Daredevil and Jessica Jones just swinging around and punching people and whatever. And I'm that's cool. You'd sit there, you're rooting for their fight, and then it cuts back to Fisk just beating up unarmed protesters that look like they're 18 fucking years old, and he's just bah, bah, bah. It's crazy. It's some crazy shit. Also, speaking of Jessica Jones, it was so great seeing her again. I will admit, I've only seen the first season of her original show. I've been meaning to go back and watch the other ones, but I fucking love her character. She's so cool. And though they didn't really give her very much to do this season, she kind of just had one-liners and was a glorified bodyguard and then would just punch alongside Daredevil, but was never yeah, that's about it. She didn't really do very much this season. It is nice to see that she and Luke have a daughter, though, and they're together. And then at the end of the finale, even though we all saw this with leaks already, so we knew that Luke Cage and Iron Fist are coming back for season 3. But in the finale, Luke Cage came back. So now he's here with Jessica and their daughter. That just made the comic book fan in me very happy to see that those two characters in live action are finally at that point in their story. Because when I think of Luke Cage and Jessica Jones, it's their little family unit. So I'm glad that they have that now. But give her more shit to do next season, please. I know it's Daredevil's show, but like write her better. She deserves more than just one-liners and beat 'em up scenes, and that's about it. Like, give her some fucking shit, please. Speaking of the season 3 leaks, Heather becoming Muse is interesting. It's a good idea, but I am not very satisfied with their execution of it. They didn't do all the heavy lifting that they should have done for Heather up until that point. She kind of just like stares off into the void and then hallucinates Muse in the background, and then the camera tilts, and then she like, I don't know. You don't really see a lot from her. Like, not a lot is explained. She just kind of looks around and you piece together what's happening to her based on how she's doing her mental health evaluations of people in front of her. Or based on her own, when she reads her book in the finale and it gives her own definition of a vigilante. So it's just like, you never actually hear her directly say where her motivation is, but like around her, they give you enough information to where you can see, quote unquote, see it. But it's like, I want to show me it. Don't like give me the puzzle pieces to piece it together. I want to see it happen rather than just like she stares and then finally in the last episode she puts the mask on. Like, if you're going to tell that story, you should have fleshed it out more instead of just kind of like had other scenes do the heavy lifting of the story that you didn't fully take the time to tell when you should have. She's a therapist. It's fucking mental health shit, and she's becoming a comic book villain, but you didn't even like explore that fully. She just kept imagining her abuser and then became it. Not that I disagree with them turning her into a version of Muse. I like that. They just should have taken more time to do it right. And with everything that this season had to balance, it just felt like they were just trying to cram it in there so that way she could be Muse for season 3, but she should have, they should have just taken the time to develop that story better. That's it. Also, Angela finally becoming the fucking white tiger? Yes. Fuck yes. The way in the finale when she like climbed on the walls and was like beating people. She was bashing fucking heads in. She got dude by the ears. It was just like right into the fucking wall. That shit was absurd. She didn't even have claws. She just had like a mask on and was just like bouncing around and shit. They need to get her some claws, some gloves and shit so she could like, goddamn. I'm so excited to watch her, especially since she's gonna become White Tiger underneath Daredevil. She's gonna be brutal as fuck. Also, rip Vanessa. I'd say poor Fisk, but seeing him angry and unhinged was thrilling. I love Berserker Fisk when there's no one to hold him back. He just goes fucking crazy. It was nice to be scared of Kingpin again. Even though at the end he just retreated to his fucking Epstein Island, so who knows what's gonna happen to him now? But it was a very good story of his downfall. I liked it. Plus, Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin is always... he's such a good actor. It's so great to watch. Bullseye is always a fucking lovely sight to see. I'm loving him so much more now that he just gets times to just fucking aura farm and kill people in the craziest fucking ricochet way possible. I fucking love it. I fucking love it. I kind of want him to have his own special, but he doesn't have the same hype around him like the Punisher and other people have. But I fuck with it. I mean, he works for, Matthew Lillard now at the CIA, so hell yeah, I'm fucking here for it. But yeah, good season. Much better than season 1, in my opinion. Season 1, they had to do some restructuring, but this one, they actually had a tone, had a story they want to tell, stuck with it. The visuals were better because it's like they actually planned shit out. Apparently, there's like all kinds of stunts and stuff that got cut. They even they restructured a whole lot of things. Like I said, Michael Gandolfini's character wasn't supposed to die, and it killed him off anyway. And I'm kind of here for it. It's pretty good. So, yeah, that's it. This shit's good. I'm going to give Daredevil Born Again Season 2 a rating of 4 sexy mats out of 5. Like and subscribe. Bye.